Prop 36, felony charges for retail crime. I saw briefly on this on social media, happening in California. So let's see what this is about in greater detail.
California's new law that went into effect last week, Proposition 36, is now adding harsher penalties fitting for the crimes as California voters decided to be tougher on drug crimes, burglary, robbery. Seal Beach police releasing a video in time for Christmas showing brazen robberies from stores.
This is what I saw.
And then those thieves or would-be thieves.
You know what I noticed? I just now noticed is that they don't blur their faces. I'm so used to like the media or maybe the local government or something. They like release the videos, but they blur the faces of the criminals. So it might be a thing now that we're finally shaming criminals. People who break the law. Going to be publicly shamed now. So don't do the crime if you don't want your face all over social media and the news about you breaking the law, committing crimes.
Getting caught. News Nation's Nancy Lou is live in Los Angeles
Look,
with
those
details.
shoes.
You know, Nancy, I was there for the celebration. There are a lot of business owners who've been hurt by the less strict laws in California. This is an image of the sheriff, Sacramento County Sheriff Jim Cooper, alongside Sacramento County's DA Dan Ho, and business owners, residents, people were just fed up with the fact that criminals could just steal and get away with it. So not anymore, right, Nancy?
Not at all, Adrian. And Californians just desperate for change. And this is the justice Californians overwhelmingly voted for back in November. As you mentioned, it went into effect last week. So just in time for Christmas, police in Orange County delivering a video.
Just in time for Christmas, so you can't steal for your Christmas gifts anymore. You have to actually buy it. Because if you steal it, you're going to jail.
Gift of Prop 36 in action.
It's a felony. New laws. Stealing.
Bitch, new laws! Stealing's a felony!
Is a felony.
Oh my goodness, the shock of look of that. Like, what we did was really that bad? Yes. Stealing's bad. You don't want people stealing your stuff. What makes you think it's okay to steal other people's stuff?
And this is Orange County, but they don't play. That's why I asked what county is this. That's where I went to jail last year and got on probation for a year.
Well, she clearly got in trouble last year. She went to jail last year and still did not learn her lesson. What does that teach you in California's laws before this Proposition 36 came out? Like, people were willing to take their chances to commit crimes because the punishment's not harsh. Punishment's a slap on the wrist. So it's like, okay, you caught me, slap on the wrist. I want to do it again. There needs to be harsher laws where criminals think twice. Where people think, okay, if I were to commit this crime, I'm probably going to be going to jail for a while. Is it worth it? Is it worth it if I get caught? Probably not. How about I just behave and figure out a different way to get what I really need? Do I really need those Bose headphones? Well, I'm not going to steal it anymore because now there's harsher penalties. So maybe I should just work really hard, save money, and actually buy it. Just like every other good citizen in the United States does.
Got on probation for a year.
Police in Seal Beach sharing that exchange between two young women in the back of a squad car as one realizes that repeat offenders of retail theft can now face felony charges. The police video features surveillance from several locations, including a Kohl's and an Ulta store. 3 women are seen carefully selected.
This is chaos. There's numerous people running in here stealing because they can. Because the penalties are not harsh. Well, not anymore, right? Thank God the new Proposition 36 is hopefully going to help out people in California. If you're from California and watching this video, please comment below and let me know what you guys think. Is this good or bad? Because to me, I'm just looking at it from someone in Arizona, my next door neighbor, right? I'm looking at this, I'm like, good. There needs to be harsher penalties. F around and find out type penalties. Don't steal.
and stealing nearly $2,000 worth of merchandise. One is wearing distinctive furry boots. The social media post
This looks like a
also
GameStop.
includes body cam video from when officers chased the suspects down to take them into custody, all to the tune of these boots.
Dude, that's a Louis Vuitton. Their stuff is definitely worth more than $950. But man, like, that's crazy. That you think they had like more security at Louis Vuitton, right?
Now, retail crime has been a persistent California problem for years, and now law enforcement can make more significant arrests because of Prop 36. It establishes a felony threshold for repeat offenders, along with a new enhancement for thefts involving 2 or more offenders working together, as was the case in Seal Beach. Now, this has also stirred new hope in the Bay Area, where retail crime has been rampant.
We have to have something, and this is about having a tool to really kind of deal with folks who continue to be a problem in our system and in our neighborhoods in a greater way.
I haven't been to the Bay Area in over a decade. And I can honestly say I just don't like going there anymore. Like, San Francisco is as beautiful as it is awful, if that makes sense. Like, it is a very beautiful city. It's lively. It's so cool. However, the exact opposite of like rampant homelessness, sketchy areas, crime. It's like not even worth it. There's people like literally defecating in front of you, like dropping a crap right there in public. It's like, dude, I don't want kids around this. This is ridiculous. I don't know if anyone's from San Francisco or you've been there. I'm sure you could back me up. And let me know what your stories are in the comments, because San Francisco is like, I don't know. I have zero desire to go visit San Francisco. It's not worth it. I don't like it. There's no way I'm taking kids there. I'm not taking my wife there.
And notably, California Governor Gavin Newsom had opposed Prop 36, claiming that would disproportionately impact minority communities and worsen jail overcrowding. But the legislation was approved by nearly 70% of California voters. So again, Adrian,
70% of California voters voted for Prop 36. And if I recall, if you're a white person, you're a minority in California, right? I could be wrong. Last I heard, like, white people are no longer the majority in California. But my point is, if 70% of the people voted for Prop 36, that means, like, there's a good chance that everyone, doesn't matter what the color of their skin is, they voted for Prop 36. You have your blacks, you have your Latinos, you have your Asians, you have your whites, you have your Middle Easterns. They're all voting for Prop 36, saying, dude, we don't care about the color of your skin. Color of your skin is not going to soften the penalty. If you're a criminal, you're a criminal. That's the only thing I'm going to discriminate. If you're a criminal, you deserve jail time. That's it. Stealing when you shouldn't be. If you're a criminal, I don't care what the color of your skin is. Equal punishment across the field, especially if you're a repeat offender. A disproportionate minorities, get out of here. I'm Hispanic. I'm not gonna like protect another Hispanic person just because they committed a crime. Like, oh no, he's Hispanic, I gotta take care of him. No, you deserve time in jail. And this lady, she's probably black or minority. Let's put it that way. She sounds like she's in favor of this proposition. This lady is Asian. She's probably in favor of this proposition as well. Harsher penalties for these crimes.
Here, desperate for change. Adrian?
Yeah. Well, and the fact that Prop 47, not only was it passed under the guise of safe neighborhoods and schools, remember that? It was titled a way that made you think this is the right way to vote, and then the fine print allowed for all of this leniency when it came to criminal behavior. So
that's gross.
I'm guessing people are feeling a lot better that this was transparent.
That's gross. Labeling a proposition that's safe for neighborhoods, safe for kids, safe schools. But like she said, the fine print underneath says, oh, you know, anything of value that's $950 or less is a misdemeanor. No wonder they were not enforcing anything. Cops were like, we're not going to show up. I know people are stealing stuff. We're not going to show up because what's the point? We're just going to let them go. It's a slap on the wrist and they're going to commit it again. What's the point? Our jobs are just meaningless at this point. All we can do is like direct traffic and write up the whatever traffic violations we can write up. I feel bad for the cops who have to work under those circumstances. You're trying to fight crime, improve your communities, and yet, local government's making it harder for you to enforce the law. What is that?
Yeah, and people are waiting to see how Prop 36 plays out in the court system, but it was that previous legislation, Prop 47, that you mentioned. And under that, California, we became infamous for allowing thefts of retail items valued less than $950. That was classified as misdemeanors. And in most cases, those who were caught face little to no penalties. Prop 36 turned those misdemeanors into felonies for anyone who's committed a similar crime before. So a felony conviction could mean jail time of up to 3 years. Adrian, and the case in Orange County indicates that the word is just getting out about Prop 36. And that video, it is viral. So the message should be reaching all those criminals out there.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to, talk about what she said there. See how it plays out, Prop 36 in the court systems. If you're someone who's really sick and tired of all the crimes there in California, pay attention to the local government there. Pay attention to the mayor, district attorneys for sure, of how they handle crimes. If you hear that they're just like giving too much leniency and not being harsh on these penalties for all the criminals, you need to be like, hey, we're going to vote them out. I think the one thing that a lot of the local government there is thinking about, and I know California has this problem, your prisons are overcrowded. And what, they need to just build more prisons? I know, it's like, that's why the punishments are so lenient. It's because the prisons are overcrowded and they got to, eat, they got mouths to feed. They got to take care of those criminals, put a roof over their head and stuff. Yeah, I know, they're stuck in a 8x6 cell? But still, it's resources. I say, well, okay, what are you going to do? Build more prisons? I say good. I'm sure, me saying that, it's probably easier said than done. But it's like no wonder that like Californians are leaving the state in droves. Like I'm here in Arizona, like all my neighbors here in this new development, they all have California license plates. They're trying to get away from the chaos in California. Like they're so sick of getting robbed. Like how come citizens are not being protected, but we're protecting criminals? That's so strange to me. Like I can't even fathom that. Like what is this clown world? Who did you guys elect? Can you imagine if like the people are so fed up going, dude, I'm not voting Democrat anymore. Look at our situation right now. There's crime everywhere. Businesses don't want to open up. They don't want to open up because they know they'll get robbed. So of course they're going to get closed. All the nice things we used to have in this neighborhood and the communities are now run down because we allowed crime to go rampant. I'm going to be surprised if California ever becomes a red state in my lifetime. Can you guys imagine if California just starts voting red? People are saying, you know what? I'm fed up with this. This is crap. I can't vote Democrat anymore. I'm so sick of this lawlessness, all the crime going around. But, I mean, that's just me. I mean, gosh, I don't consider myself a conservative at all. I'm an independent thinker, but man, sometimes the things that come out of my mouth, like, is it even political to say you want law and order? Is it political? I mean, does it have to be political to want law and order? Like, hey, people are committing crimes. They need to understand that actions have consequences. This cannot be conservative thinking. It shouldn't even be political thinking at all. I just can't believe California allowed things to be this bad. And they're always praising about how things are great in California. Like, yeah, right. I have zero desire to go visit. Looks terrible over there. I get robbed, call the police, and police ain't going to do anything? What is that? If you're from California, please let me know. Or anyone who's recently been there, or even if you're not from there, like, what do you guys think? Would this happen in your state? Or where you live right now in the country, in the world rather?
Adrian?
They'll talk. They'll start talking. It'll happen. The telephone game. But I think that it certainly is a comfort for so many residents who want safer streets and schools for real this time, a decade later. Thank you, Nancy Lou. And again,
thanks so much for watching.
You know what? I'm going to read some comments just for fun. This top comment says, Newsom, this will disproportionately impact criminals. I don't understand, California. You guys voted for him. Why? Is it because he's tall and handsome? He has good hair? Like, why did you guys vote for this guy? Oh my, like, the amount of protection criminals get. It's like, okay, this needs to end. Next person says, it is time to stop treating criminals as if they are incompetent babies who don't know what they are doing. Time to stop implying that holding people accountable for their actions is some type of oppression against minorities. That is well said. It was like something I said earlier. Like, if I see a fellow Hispanic get in trouble because they robbed Circle K or something at gunpoint, I'm not going to be like, oh God, I got to protect him. He needs help. I'm like, no, throw his ass in jail. Don't do that in my community. You need to be set an example. We don't want your kind here. Your kind is in criminals or criminal behavior. I don't care about the color of your skin. I care about your actions. Your intentions. Are they good or are they bad? If you have bad intentions, yeah, I'm going to discriminate people who have bad intentions. I don't care about the color of your skin. Get thrown in jail. We can't have that type of terrible behavior in our society. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. Yeah. Your time is over thinking you can just rob things and get away with it. Now go rob something and see what happens now. You get thrown in jail, as it should. And of course, there's going to be fat fines, but who's going to pay those fines, really? Let's be real. They're not going to pay them. The only thing that's effective is jail time. And they do need to be harsher. Don't let them cry in the court, be like, oh, I'm a minority. I don't know better. I was doing this. Like, you're going to learn today that your actions are not okay. It's time to learn that you don't want people robbing you. It's time to learn that you shouldn't be robbing others. Another person says, word will spread that the free ride is over. Hopefully this will end the organized theft rings. Got to go after online resellers also. That might be a little tricky, but I don't think it's impossible. Like if a store was recently robbed and then you see like the items being sold on like eBay or Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something. Or on the street across the corner. I mean, it'd be tricky, but how do you enforce that, right? Can you just anonymously report them? But like, you could be misrepresenting that someone's a criminal when they're not. But that's a tough one. But I'd be interested to see how that can be done. So let me know if you have an idea below. One person wrote down, stealing been a felony in other states. I got 2 years in prison back in 2004 for stealing a $20 shirt. Doesn't matter what it is. Crime is crime. These days, everything gets recorded and uploaded to the internet, so think twice about stealing out the stores. Now, it sounds like this person here, they learned real quick actions. Their actions have consequences. What got jail time for it and probably learned not to do it again. That is what's needed. Everyone makes mistakes. I get it. But the mistakes, like the consequences of those mistakes, need to be so harsh that you don't want to do it again. You learn from that experience. So if you thought in your head one time like, oh, maybe I can get away. Let me try to steal this. I really want those headphones. And then you get caught and you get thrown in jail. And next time you're back released into society, you're probably going to think twice about stealing again. Probably going to think, instead of stealing, maybe I should save money. Maybe there's another way to get those headphones. Save money, work harder. Do something that doesn't involve crime. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave off with this video. All the comments are basically saying the same thing. Like, everyone's agreeing with this. Everyone's happy. It needs to be done. And they can't believe California has gone this deep. Like, ruining their state. It's crazy out there. But let me know if I missed anything. Or if there's something you want to comment about. Let me know. Especially if you're from California. Please let me know. I really want to hear from you guys, as well as other people, right? If you moved out of California or people who are not willing to go to California because of this, just let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe, please. I'm almost there at 500, and until next time, bye.